Peace, everyone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week and you're out there pursuing and chasing your goals. Today I'm going to be giving a tutorial on how to make a two-color shirt so that you can start to push your brand to the next level. As you can see right here, this shirt is two colors. Every print we have on this shirt is two colors. And when you're using vinyl, there's a way that you have to set things up properly to make sure that the design looks perfect for your customers or for yourself. So today I'm just going to give you a little tutorial on how to layer things properly so that your garments look exactly how you want them to using two colors. Take a walk with me. Now, before you start to do your cutting and your pressing, there's a couple of things that you want to make sure that you have to make sure that the job can get done the way you want it. So first, we gotta get our two materials, our two vinyls. Today we're gonna use black vinyl and this green glitter. We always want to make sure that we have Teflon, or you can also use parchment paper. This is to protect the garment from any spills or any burns or anything that might hurt the garment or the material when you're pressing it. A lot of people don't use it, but I'm very big on it because you want to make sure that you protect it, because we do a lot of one shirts and you get a stain on it, it's over. You got to do it all over. So make sure you have your parchment paper or your Teflon. And then we have our cushion. Cushion is for places on your shirt that you might have wrinkles, like if you're doing something like this on the arm. If you're doing something on the arm and it has a wrinkle in it and you don't have this cushion to flatten it out, sometimes you can have a lot of warps or different things that mess up your prints. So make sure that you have a cushion on hand to make sure that your prints are flat. And also a pair of scissors. You always need scissors to cut the vinyl, cut everything where you need it to be. So one of the most important tools in your toolkit is your scissors. And then the last but not least, we need a weeder to weed the vinyl. Now a lot of people like to use a weeder, but weeders are money and sometimes you might not have it. So what I like to use is a thumbtack. Very practical, easy to obtain, and I actually like thumbtacks better because you can get into them little corners and get them out real easy. So a thumbtack is perfect for weeding. So now that you have all your materials, it's time to do the cut. Okay, so now you're supposed to pull up your image into the program. As you see, I already have it on the screen. You want to make sure that you have both images on the screen because you want to make sure that the sizing and everything of your image fits exactly how you want it so that you don't have no mistakes when you actually do the print. So you got to fit it in there real quick just to see that everything lines up the way that you want it to line up. Okay, looks kind of good. Right, so I know my images are the exact sizes that they need to be for when I line it up on the shirt. So now I'm going to delete one of them. Oh yeah, you always have to remember to mirror it. It depends on your programs, because some programs are different, but with mine you have to make sure that the image is mirrored. So that way, when you put it on the shirt, it comes out correct. Delete, and then you load your cutter and proceed to cut. Okay. So we're now at the press part. You see I already have my materials weeded. In another video we're going to go into weeding so I can show you exactly how to weed the material. But for right now we're just focusing on the pressing of the material, making sure that the two colors line up exactly how you want them. So that's what we're going to focus on for right now. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put your shirt on the press and press this exactly how you want it so you can get that fly look you're waiting for. So we take our shirt. As you already see, we have our press programmed to 325. Again, I'll do another video on the different temperatures that you need the shirts at, depending on the type of vinyl you're actually using, because different vinyls take different heat. And it also depends on the press that you're using, but we'll get into that to another video. But for right now, you see I have it pre-programmed at 325, okay? So we're going to put our shirt on the press. Now what I like to do is take my Teflon. Remember, the Teflon protects your shirt from any stains or anything happening if your press is not clean or anything like that. And it also helps flatten out the garment. Okay, so we're going to just press this. Do it for exactly 1 second. So as you see now, I took in the wrinkles out of the shirt so that we can make sure that when we put that print on there, it's exactly flat. Because a lot of people don't realize one little wrinkle can mess up your whole design and the shirt look cheap. So always want to flatten out the wrinkles, right? So now we take our graphic and we put it on here. Now, there's a lot of different tools and different things that you can use to make sure that the graphics are straight. I've been doing it for a while. I never really used those different tools, but I'm going to show you a way how to try your best to make sure that these graphics are straight. So if you can see the press, this line right here, I use this line as a barrier to show me where the straightness of the shirt is. And then what I try to do is I line up these two corners of the shirt at the top, so I know the shirt itself is straight. And then I use these two parameters to focus as the middle of the shirt, okay? So I take this to the best of my ability with my eyes, put it in between these two barriers, and then I check the print from here and see that this print is straight based on these parameters, right? So I have my print lined up. I'm going to take my Teflon, put it on my print. Now we're going to do what we call a tap press. Now what tap press is, you're only going to press it for maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Why? Because when you put vinyl onto a shirt, it shrinks. So if you press it fully onto the shirt and then try to add your graphics, it will not line up perfectly because it has already shrunk into the shirt. So what we want to do is a light tap press, so that way it stays the exact size, so that we can get what we need. So 1, 2, pick it up. Now, like I said, sometimes the heat might be off, so what you want to do is when you peel this off, you want to go slow, just to make sure there's no issues with the print. So if there is an issue, you can catch it and not mess up your whole print, right? So I'm going to take this off slow. Okay, as you see, okay, the tap press works, right? Now we're going to take our graphic and place our graphic where it needs to be. Now as you see, as I line this up, I'm going to have to play with it a little bit. Now you see, I want you to see something. Look detailed into this. You see how these pieces are not exactly the way they're supposed to be? Now I want you to understand, sometimes you could do everything right and they still don't line up. So what you need to do is you need to cut them individually. When you cut them individually and then place them, you'll be able to make sure each piece is lined up exactly how you want it. So you see, got that lined up, that's one. Now these are for those really difficult, complicated jobs where you have a lot more than just one area that needs to line up properly. As you see, we have 3. So we need to make sure each area lines up. Also, you can't see this now, but I need you to take in consideration that when you're doing something like this, sometimes you might need to do each piece individually and press it. You don't want to do that because, like I said, it shrinks. But when you're overlapping like this, you got to make sure that this sticky part is not overlapping onto your graphic, because then you'll end up messing up the graphic. So, got to make sure it's not overlapping your graphic. All right? Hold it down with your hand. Put the Teflon back on top of it. Now, again, I like to do another light tap press, because the longer you have it, the lines from that is going to mess up your vinyl. So you do another quick tap press. Now you see how that didn't stay down? Now this is what I'm talking about. This is why you want to move slow, so that you can see if there's any flaws in what you're doing. So since that one didn't stay down, we're going to leave that one there. We're going to do a little bit longer tap press. Let's do 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Try to remove it again. There we go. And then I like to give it one final press, so now it can all shrink together. And we'll be done. I like to give it about 8 to 9 seconds. There we go. And then, here we go. Your masterpiece is completed. So this is how you do a 2-color press. As you see, we use glitter and regular vinyl. Looks good. There you go. Make sure you click on the link below to see any other videos that you might want to look into. We also have a lot of different materials and different ways that can help you with your shirt designing. And if you need any services, you know how to hit us up. Mr. BBS. Talk to you next time.